My name is Faith Tatum, and this is all about anxiety awareness. My mind is like my internet browser. 17 tabs are open, 3 of them are frozen, and I have no idea where the music is coming from. If you have ever felt like this, you are not alone. It is likely you have suffered from anxiety too, or even have an anxiety disorder like me. Anxiety has always been like the devil, whispering things in my ear to make me second guess my decisions, and worrying about things that may never even happen. Understanding anxiety and its root causes and different symptoms can help people recognize their anxiety more effectively and be aware if it is normal anxiety or an actual anxiety disorder. Today, I will share with you what anxiety is, how to recognize the symptoms of anxiety, and how to cope with anxiety. I've dealt with this most of my life, and I want to share this and what I've learned with others to hopefully help someone who is going through a similar situation. Have you ever felt like you were a bundle of nerves? Do you constantly feel like you were on pins and needles? This feeling is called anxiety. Anxiety is a feeling of fear, uneasiness, and panic that affects each person differently. It is the body's normal reaction to stress and can actually be healthy. Chances are all people have experienced some sort of anxiety. But how do you know if you have normal anxiety or an anxiety disorder? If your anxiety interferes with your daily life, it is possible that you have an anxiety disorder. Normal anxiety can be occasionally worrying about events. It can be being self-conscious in social situations. It can cause sweating, especially over important events. It can cause difficulty in sleeping immediately after a traumatic event. On the other hand, anxiety disorder is constant chronic worrying that disturbs social and work life. It can be completely avoiding of social situations for fear of being humiliated. It can cause repeated panic attacks and even reoccurring nightmares relating to a traumatic event. There are 3 major anxiety disorders. Generalized anxiety disorder is excessive worrying that interferes with daily life. Some symptoms are increased muscle aches or soreness, impaired concentration, difficulty sleeping or restlessness, and it can even cause you to be irritated. Phobias. A phobia is a severe fear of things that does not make sense. It could be spiders, snakes, or even being afraid of heights. Then there's panic disorders, which is intense fear that can last several minutes and could cause panic attacks. Although there is no known cause for anxiety, there are certain risk factors associated with anxiety disorders. It all goes back to nature versus nurture. Is it in the genetic makeup of the person to be predisposed to anxiety disorders? Or is it the environment the person was raised in, which includes risk factors such as family, stress, trauma, and many other things? Although there is no known cause, genetics, chemistry, environmental, all these are associated with anxiety. Women are more at risk for general anxiety disorders and phobias than men. It could be from your family history, your brain biology, trauma, stress, personality traits, shyness, and even health conditions can be associated with anxiety. There are both treatments for anxiety from doctors as well as coping strategies a person can use to prevent attacks and deal with anxiety when you recognize the triggers. Some treatments would be therapy or medications that would help with anxiety. Then there's coping strategies. You can avoid personal triggers, avoid caffeine, drugs, etc. Join support groups that would help you. And there's stress management techniques such as yoga or exercise. Some other strategies would be painting, eating your favorite foods, meditation, journaling, and even watching funny videos online. An anxiety disorder can be very overwhelming and can feel like your world is crashing down. This can interfere with daily activities such as job performance, schoolwork, and even relationships. No one is certain about the exact cause, but there are certain risk factors that make a person predisposed towards developing an anxiety disorder. However, you may get treatments and use coping strategies that work best for you to overcome anxiety.